Yo, James from the internet. What's going on? Thanks for coming in late night on a Thursday night.
Mellow greetings, gentlemen.
Yeah. No,
I want to address the elephant in the room.
Go ahead, hit it.
Rumor has it, James, that you're from the internet. So, we need you to address the rumors.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Plausible deniability.
No, and unfortunately, I share the same name as somebody who is a far right wing, funny person, shall we say, on the internet.
His name is James from the MAGA?
No. So my name's James Woods.
No.
I don't know if you've heard about that guy, but he's kind of a dick. So
are you able to be lured by pieces of candy?
Ooh, piece of candy. Yeah.
So James, we got you on the show. I don't know. We've been following the Biden appointments is happening, the Biden confirmations. We have kind of like this list that we can go over with you, and we can make fun of these people. Hopefully you have some information what's going on here. Hopefully we're not going to all disappear by June like Thanos, with some because of bad policies again. And so let me share this quick. Wait. The NPR has this really good list. It pretty much is who's in Biden's cabinet, pretty much.
Yeah. Pretty much you just go through Obama's former cabinet, you go through Clinton's former cabinet, you take half from column A, half from column B, you mash them together, cha-ching, Biden cabinet.
So that's pretty much what's going on, right? It's and when we looked over in the show, what cabinet hasn't been filled yet?
HHS, I believe. I think HHS, they were... I saw they were talking about Gina Raimondo, the outgoing Democratic governor from Rhode Island, and then I think her camp denied that she's actually gotten an ask. But I know HHS was the big one because AG is going to be
the Attorney General.
Yeah, I think they already have AG in house. I think that
who's gonna? That's the desk. Are they going to go after the Trump criminal organization?
That's part of it. I don't think they want to show their hand. The second they started talking about who they were going to get to, be the immigration czar and deal with stuff like that, Trump immediately, went back channel and made the test for immigration and nationalization more difficult and made the standards for application more difficult. So at this point, every time Biden announces somebody, the Trump cabinet goes out of their way to leave 12 landmines specifically for that person. So at this point, it doesn't benefit him to keep announcing them anyway.
Yeah,
it's amazing to me how this guy says, I love America, America first. But then you spend 2 months trying to inhibit the government's ability to perform its duty for the American people, but you say that you love the American people.
That's because Trump's a giant narcissistic man baby.
But I had to spell that out. That out for people because I hear a lot about MAGA and making America great, but you're trying to make life harder for the country for the next 4 years at least because they didn't vote your way.
Yeah. Trump's basically having a gigantic temper tantrum because 80 million people were motivated to get out of bed and vote against him just to get him to shut the hell up for one freaking day. That's literally what happened. Let's not.
I mean, it was so strange that Facebook thing video he did a couple of days ago was it didn't have clowns on it. It didn't have any kind of lower thirds. It was just him just shouting for 45 minutes, and he's becoming literally that mirror.
He's a caricature of himself.
That mirror of Superman. The mirror, they're screaming in the mirror and just floating away. He's like, it's that's if you want to hear Trump, you gotta go listen to him because you gotta go listen to Trump.
So we got a running theory over on the videos that we're doing that so Trump actually knows he lost. I know there's some question. People are does he actually not know he lost? trust me, he knows he lost. Like,
but he knew that months ago,
right,
when he
right.
was complaining that Anthony Fauci had a higher approval rating than him. Oh, I guess it's because people don't like me.
Yeah, yeah. Guess what? He was dead balls on, like 100%. Like that's what happened. And so basically, just he's not going to concede. He's never going to concede. He's already given the Biden transition team access because at some point people in positions of power leaned on him hard enough, and they were like, "We get the farce, like we get what you're doing, but you still can't screw up the government that badly on your way out." And so, like, he let the Biden transition team in. Like, he knows he's leaving. The trick is just he's never going to publicly concede, because if he never actually concedes, then the day after Biden gets sworn in, he gets to play president in exile for the next 4 years, like a deposed dictator from Central America who escapes and like makes it over
I'm
the
the
border.
uncrowned king.
Yeah, and then the first thing he does is he sets up like a radio transmission tower and gives
That's
like
what I'm saying. He's
4
gonna
hours
set up like a Trump TV. He's gonna set up his own Trump TV network or whatever he's gonna do, because YouTube is just gonna be like flagging everything he posts. He's gonna be like Alex Jones, is not on YouTube anymore, not on Facebook anymore. You know, like it's just gonna be like, you know, so he's gonna have his own platform that people have to go to and build his kind of like fascist.
What was the name of that? What's the name of that social media site that all the cowardly MAGA people ran to after he lost?
Oh, Parlor
was Diaper.
Oh yeah, it's going to be Trump
Diaper.
TV, sponsored by Parlor.
Yeah, we were calling it Mindspace. You know, go with what you will. Actually, so interesting development on that. I don't know if you guys saw. Trump is actually threatening to not re-sign the NDAA, which I think every president has signed for like the last 50 years since Nixon. If the FCC doesn't change the charter rulings for social media companies.
Yeah, see.
And the only reason he's doing it is because he knows he'll get kicked off of Twitter inside of a week once he's no longer president. He's literally trying to hijack like 3/4 of the federal funding for the military and put it on hold until Twitter agrees to not kick him off.
Yeah, he knows he's gonna be in a floating mirror into space. He knows that.
I'm gonna counter that. Yeah, I'm gonna counter that, Messiah. Dog-faced pony soldier in our Twitch says, I think it's pretty clear the last ditch isn't about winning lawsuits. It's about crying to the states to elect faithless electors.
Georgia, they're telling people not to vote. In Georgia, they're really telling people not. You didn't hear this, James? Yes. They're telling people not to vote.
I'm going to take it a step further. I'm hearing that people are suggesting to Donald Trump that he should declare martial law and suspend the United States Constitution.
Where are you reading that?
Multiple people have suggested it to him.
Yeah,
he's Doc's 100% right, and Messiah,
one of the people he pardoned, of course.
And Messiah, if you look in our Slack channel, I actually put up a picture a friend of mine took in Atlanta today of a giant billboard sign. Literally telling Trump people to not vote for law.
Yeah, they're telling people not to vote.
Like straight up, like a full billboard. like not like a sign on like the window at the bodega, like a full on like highway billboard sign that says like Loeffler and Purdue didn't have Trump's back when he needed it. So now you shouldn't have theirs. You just like write in Donald Trump instead. Like
you slack it to me or?
I think it's in the general Slack, like in the water cooler. I put it in a couple hours ago. A friend of mine like literally pulled over and took the picture and went, "You're not going to believe this crap." And
and with the Iranian and nuclear scientist that was like lit up in the streets as if it was like a scene in Syriana. The first thought that came to my mind when I saw that was, this is the attempt that they are making so that they can say, well, we're declaring war on so and we can't change president. Sorry,
Okay, so here's an ad that a friend, James from the internet friend, don't vote for your Republican. Don't vote for your Republican candidate. So just like
Oh shit! I just choked reading that shit.
Good. Post this everywhere in Georgia.
What? Exactly. You thought I was joking? I didn't joke. I don't come with games. I come with receipts.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I feel like Biggie in the intro to one of his albums. Oh shit! You smoked that shit. Oh, that's that good shit.
This is some good shit. Like,
wait a minute. Like, okay, let's break this down. Let's break this down. Purdue Loeffler did not deliver for Trump. Don't deliver for what the fuck were they supposed to deliver for him when they didn't even win the election on election day? What were they supposed to do for him?
This guy got blown up in debate. He got shut down in debate and he didn't show up in the next debate because he got shut down so hard.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. Okay, so I got to see. There was a whole run on this a while ago because I'm sure you guys know.
I'm living in the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the outer limits.
Oh yeah, no, we're off the edge of the map. We're like on the far edge where like somebody crawls.
Yeah, we're hanging on the door, floating through like the spiral in space.
Yeah. We're just way out there, man.
My glasses broke. God. I can't read any books. it's like
yeah, you should be thankful at this point. Like,
Spread Kindness Worldwide said it's done by a Democrat as a good troll. Dem is playing dirty. It's about time.
Okay,
now, the problem is that shit is believable.
No, they were saying that. No, they were saying that. It's not the thing. Democrats will put that billboard, but there are Republicans were saying that in Georgia. They are saying that. So
the lady who was quote on the Trump legal team until the Rudy press conference where he started leaking oil from his face. The one who was talking about how the
melting like a wax figure. He was melting like a wax figure in the statue.
Yeah. That lady, the one who was talking about how the voting machines were programmed by Hugo Chavez's dead corpse, like 6 years in the past using like quantum technology. So that lady, so she's the one who's filing lawsuits on behalf of a giant citizen group. Yeah. And her group, which is very Q adjacent, and there's by Q adjacent, I mean a ludicrous amount of overlap. Yeah. Their group is literally running ads and doing social media posts backing up that play.
Are some of those boys proud?
They're like, stand back and don't do anything. Stand back and go home.
I mean, we spent like decades making fun of Florida, and it turned out that Georgia's the Twilight Zone. So we missed by one state.
I mean, I grew up. I mean, I used to go to Georgia down south every summer with my grandmother because my great grandmother lived down there, and they lived off a dirt road. They didn't have a dirt. They I don't think that road just haven't been paved yet. They lived off a dirt road down there, and this felt like kind of like it was an all black town, but you knew it was like a Republican state. It was that kind of feeling, like. So as long as you get to this town before sunset, you'll be fine, So.
Can we talk about Sidney Powell right quick?
That's her, right? The attorney, right? That's the attorney lady.
Let's talk about her for a second, right? All right. So Trump threw her out there.
Well, first, shout out to Twitch for coming.
Yeah, because Dogface is in there doing the damn thing in the chat. Thank you. Yeah. Now Trump kind of trumpeted her out there, right? And said, "This person is part of my legal team."
I think he said trumpeting it.
And then
that's definitely gonna be a 2021 term, trumpeting it.
Like she sounds like somebody that smoked a lot of meth. And then he says, "Oh, wait, that's not part of my team," right? So I would think that if I was this Sidney Powell person and I was basically just disowned the way Jesus was before he died, right? Right? Why would I then still
keep caping
for you?
Experience shit.
Yeah. I don't understand that. Like Trump just said, "Yo, my name is Ennis and I ain't in it. I don't even know this chick," right? Right? And you still going state after state, cupping his balls. I don't get it.
I'm going to ask a bold question here. Are you like? And I ask this of both of you, like in all seriousness, that like there's this weird, odd, different level, and it's like a tiny sphere of like super white people crazy, like the same people who are like, my house is haunted. We have to get a medium, and then they have some lady come to the house with like some candles and some salt.
We played a clip of that on the show.
Oh, serious?
We played a clip. We played a clip of like.
Okay, then you do know.
These two white guys would they would take pictures, Polaroid white pictures, and then be like writing saying "get the fuck out," like leave, and it kept fucking with it, and then like.
Okay, So the point of that was that yes, you are aware that there's that specific sphere of
I know
crazy.
it sounds
It's out
racist,
there.
but
It's a thing.
that's white people in right there. So.
Right. So Sidney Powell has like both of those, like double dip. Like
Yeah.
that's
It's
just
great.
she's full on Q.
I mean, but we had a prototype, Sarah Palin, you know.
That's actually a disrespect to the actual real Q. Shout out to Star Trek: The Next Generation. Right? He was more intelligent and more engaging.
You know how many people are
whatever the fuck
watching
that
Star
is.
Trek: The Next Generation now? Like kind of it's like a second
Yo,
lockdown.
shout out to
binge.
Taco Man, yo. One love, man. One love.
They're
Shout out
like
to Taco Man.
so like another part of the Biden administration is Wall Street. Apparently, all these kind of after 2008, I feel like a lot of these new kind of consulting firms, financial places are all like BlackRock. They're all like kind of these shadowy places are now like running the show in some ways. And now it seems like they're going into White House now. You know, if you've been following that kind of stuff.
Now? Really now?
Yeah, they're going back again. They're going back
now.
third time. Yeah.
Trump had 3 different former presidents of Goldman Sachs in his cabinet. The hell are you talking about now? That's like 30% of like the board of directors of Goldman Sachs have literally been in the White House for the last 4 years. Like
that's why the stock market is so awesome. Why we wait for bread and eggs and stuff, you know.
Yeah, this is why Steve Mnuchin is crushing it. This is why they sent out like all those loans, you know, the PPP loans. Like they gave all their corporate friends the heads up as far as how to like restack their companies so they could apply for the maximum amount of those and it still be legal. Like Trump's companies, Kushner's companies, Mnuchin's companies, they all got like first dip on that. And then once that well ran dry, now Mnuchin's like, oh, you know, there's like $500 million of all that COVID relief money left that hasn't even been dispersed yet. And Mnuchin's like, oh, no. That's not actually a long-term plan. We only meant for it to run until the end of the year. So we're just gonna take that back. Yeah. Like, because all the corporations already got money and there's like $420 billion there for like people. And they're like, no, I think we're good. We're done with the giving.
And now we hear with Mitch McConnell denying this bipartisan shit bill that got denied anyway of like $200 on deployment and like
it was 300 for like I think 18 weeks.
That was the middle road one. It was like 300 or like no stimulus check.
Stimulus check, $300 a week for like.
And he still shot that down. It was like
anything that helps actual human beings. He's not with that.
Yeah, so
he's definitely a lizard person.
But is that going to change after Biden gets inaugurated? Are we going to get $300 like Germany or something like that? You think it's going to be like, or it's going to be like the same shit show of like the Republicans stopping everything with Biden?
Can we talk for a second about? Let's talk to the people for a second that believe in aliens. Let's talk to you for a minute. I'm gonna vibe with you for a minute. Do we have enough evidence to suggest that possibly those lizard people that you conspiracy theorists keep talking about? I'm gonna go out on a limb and live with y'all for a moment and suggest that Mitch McConnell is one of those lizard people, aliens from.
I mean, his skin is falling off, so that's what's going on with that.
Because have you noticed that anything that comes down that might help a human being, he strikes it down? That's not something a real human being would do.
Well, I mean, a capitalist would.
Help a real human being? Sometimes they do.
No, not help a real human being.
I mean, a capitalist with stocks and bonds and hedge funds.
I think that it's possible that Mitch McConnell is a lizard in a human skin suit. That's ill-fitting.
He's still one
ill-fitting skin suit. And I think that it's right there in front of us. Anything that has come on across his desk that might help a human being, he strikes it down. That's not something a human being would do. I'm sorry.
12,000 years of human history would kind of say that absolute power corrupts absolutely, and You know,
Yeah,
when the
it's
worst
corrupting
kind
him
of
so
humans
much
get
that he's-
power, they do the worst kind of things. Not sometimes not even for the most logical of reasons. Like right now, like the only thing McConnell is concerned with is making sure that the Democrats don't win at least one of the two elections in Georgia, so he can keep his job, so that he can leverage his wife to still stay in the new administration. Like these are very simple personal wants and needs upon which he is, you know, literally pushing tens of millions of people around on a chessboard like pawns and pieces without a care. Like, but and again, I've discussed this before. It's a giant game of Monopoly, and you know, Mitch McConnell, Steve Mnuchin, all these people, they don't care. They're not the car, the thimble, or the boot. They're the banker, so they don't care. They don't. I mean, technically, they're still humans because they have a small pod of humans that they somewhat care about. Like, I guess, you know,
so you're saying that
bail them out.
So you're saying the power that Mitch McConnell has was making his skin suit degrade.
That is fair. I would say that the longer somebody stays in office, the more prone to quote inhumanities they are. I think once you live inside the Beltway for 30, 40 years, you don't go back to your home state anymore.
Yeah, because remember before we realized that the world's going to end, we don't get Trump out of office. We were critiquing Biden. We're going to go back to critiquing him again, but we were critiquing Biden the same way. We thought he was like weekend at Bernie's, flopping him around. We thought the crime bill to the Supreme Court, to all these things that he done that was like detrimental to people. People were talking about that, and then soon as well, I guess they just booted Bernie out of here. They Warren, whatever was going to go, the politics of the DNC, we're left with this guy in order to stop fascism for a little bit, 4 years. Maybe fascism might accelerate even more. Who knows? But it feels like we might have a little break to keep it from happening full blown.
Well, LT Cancel mentions Men in Black. How difficult do you think it would be for us, Messiah, to transition from Black Power Magic Hour to Men in Black? We could be Men in Black Power Magic Hour.
And we're pretty close to that. I mean,
because we've solved the riddle. Like, we know Mitch McConnell is a reptilian alien in an ill-fitting skin suit.
Yeah,
that's my story.
Remember that movie? Like, I'm too turtly enough for the turtle people. Remember that? It was like
Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
Very turtly. Okay. All right. Yeah. So Maddie, let me throw one at you here. Okay. I'm gonna one up you here. You ready? Here you go. Mitch McConnell is not actually a lizard person in a skin suit. He is merely paid to attract your attention. And it is actually Ted Cruz who is the Lizard King. And if you need proof, I'll point out the fact that he was in his mid-20s when he was the lead singer for Stryper in the 80s, and now he's only in his 50s, but like 45 years have passed. I'm just saying.
I thought someone said McConnell is Slender Man, but I thought Jared Kushner was Slender Man.
That's it. That wins the night. We can just turn the show off. That's it. We're good.
Y'all have me choking tonight, man. It ain't right.
Oh, that is freaking awesome.
Yeah, so pretty much, yeah. So we have this situation where we're hoping that we have some sort of reprieve with this administration, but at the same time, it's gonna be a lot of Obama Wall Street people who gave Wall Street man money in 2008. We're gonna have the same people who did that around again. So, but hopefully they see that these long lines for bread and long lines for food in every street that you go across has to stop. And hopefully they have humanity to see that.
Listen, I would hope so.
Yeah.
I'm going to remain cautiously pessimistic.
Pretty much,
only because gestures broadly.
Yeah.
I mean, Cruz liked the porn tweet on 9/11. Never forget. Wow.
That's right.
The chat is hot on Twitch right now. Holy shit.
Dude, the Twitch chat is always dank. Everybody's waiting to see when I'm going to come back. Like,
yeah, you got to come back.
It's the thing, man.
And come back on act.tv.
I keep saying soon. I keep telling people it's almost the end of the year. I promise.
Okay,
yeah. And then we're gonna do all sorts of Unleashed crossover episodes. We'll play some video games. We'll do
definitely gonna be
we're talking about having you on monthly.
Yeah, people are gonna force me to get my PS4 connected.
You listen. I'm trying to
need a TV to connect it to. Like, you know, only person I know that has a PS4 with no TV.
I've been having a TV sitting in the shopping cart for like the longest, in the Best Buy shopping cart. And, like, you know, it keeps sending me reminders. Hey, this is in your cart. Remember this? Remember this TV? I've been like, I don't know, like.
Oh my God, TVs are like $80 now. Like, seriously, like I don't know if you've noticed this or not, but basically anything that keeps
like TVs on the garbage all the time. It's like giant 70-inch televisions on the street all the time.
I bought one. I'm not even gonna lie, man. I got Black Friday. I got like a 65-inch TV for like $300. Really, like,
no, that's not scared the shit out of me. I'm not buying this shit.
I'm not even joking, man.
It's in the box.
No, it was legit. It was like Best Buy, like
380-inch TV for $1.99.
Oh man,
out of here!
Like a nerd herd rolled up, drove it to my house, like the full nine. Man, it was legit. Like straight up.
You can find those deals.
Everything that keeps the masses stupid or mollified has become cheaper. Everything that makes the masses more educated or able to increase social status has become infinitely more expensive. Like straight up, like TVs cost like a quarter of what they used to cost, like by like the index of the dollar.
But
like
I had a lettuce is like
it used to be a joke of how big and expensive TVs were. And
TVs like dirt cheap. Furniture, dirt cheap. Furniture used to be stupid expensive. Now you just assemble your own furniture. You get a couch for like $200.
Yeah, Amazon, get that Amazon, get that wish.com couch that's like gonna fall apart in a year and a half. It's like pressed wood.
Messiah, look at Dogface comment in the Twitch.
Dogface said that Ted Cruz cooks bacon with assault rifles. Never go to his house for breakfast.
That is the thing that did happen, actually. Ted Cruz did cook bacon on an assault rifle.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, Ted Cruz is still around. He thinks he's human now because he has a beard. You saw that?
I mean, all it did was it just kind of made him look like he
hired the same doctor that put in LeBron's hair plugs.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's
oh yeah. Someone says they saw a book called Unlearning Imperialism and it cost $50 to buy that book. So yeah, it costs way more to find out things than to like.
It does seriously. Okay. I got bookcases. The bookcases behind me, bookcases all cost me like $79. Each. Yeah. The college textbook on those bookcases all cost $400 a piece. The master's degree, which I worked towards with those expensive ass books, costs like $140,000. So you tell me what's going up and what's going down.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that goes back to the student debt thing about how they're trying to like, I pay for my college, so I don't want no one else to go to college for free. It's like people are thinking like that, like unbelievable. So like
when I was your age, I didn't complain. I grinded it out 7 hours a day at my job so I could afford my house and my car and my 3 kids. And I'm like,
James said 7 hours a day.
Because you get an hour for lunch.
I'm out here in the jungle 7 hours a day. Like, okay, calm down there, Grandpa Steve. Like, I'm just coming back from my 3rd job. Like, whatever.
Yeah, I'm like doing like 4 jobs at the same time.
Like, it's ridiculous. It's you can't even compare it. Like seriously, like a college education.
Like, hey, Grandpa, I get paid the same amount per hour you did, but housing costs like 5,000% more. In college is like 5,000,000% more. So kiss my ass.
I literally get paid exactly what you got paid like 30 years ago. Like seriously, I remember my parents giving me that.
Going to be trillionaires and multi-hundred billionaires.
I mean, they're talking about like they've broken down how much money Elon Musk. I'm not saying that Elon Musk doesn't deserve to be wealthy, but I'm just saying they broke down like how much money he's made, and it was like $13 million a second or some really weird fucking shit like that. Like, I can't even, that just doesn't make sense to me.
No.
Well, because a shit ton of it is taxpayer dollars, because now he's heavily
And speculation,
subsidized,
but
because NASA doesn't fucking send up its own rockets anymore. So they pay Elon Musk an exorbitant amount of money and basically lease his spaceship.
They defund NASA. That's the thing they did over the years.
Like they stopped funding NASA and
defund the
instead
NASA.
they fund
They're
Elon
killing black
Musk.
people.
Defund
They're
NASA.
killing black people in the street.
Obama,
Oh, no, wait,
defund NASA,
that's not
Obama.
them.
Yeah.
That's
Y'all got-
spicy.
Y'all got your wish.
Spicy, Obama.
They defunded NASA, and
Yeah.
now they're funding Elon Musk. How's that working?
Defund Department of Education. They've been defunding the shit out of that. You know, like, so, you know, we're talking about, I can't believe this man said that defund. I'm sorry, I just bring it up random. We're going to close out the vote out the 2020 segment. Was this like going into this Obama administration? I just called Biden administration the Obama administration. But going into the Biden administration,
The old Biden administration.
the old Biden administration.
And you know, Biden is like fucking salty. He's like, this is not the continuation of the Obama administration.
Why are you hanging out with him all the time?
It's like 10:30 at night, but the only thing Biden's saying right now is,
Yeah.
Oh man.
"Come
That's
on."
wow. So, but that,
He'll
that
be
was
up at 4:30 though.
But that was our vote out 2020 segment. You know, follow us on Twitch and Facebook, and follow James from the Internet and Black Power Magic Hour on act.tv. We have over 45,000 subscribers on YouTube. If the pandemic ends some point, we all can be in the studio together. But you know, follow us there, and that's vote out 2020.